What's up, everyone? Mitch here, designated DM, session 2 of the Witchlight Carnival, and that's right, they're still at the carnival. Spoilers. Probably still gonna be at the carnival for another session too, but we're getting there. It's good fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out. So as the two of you, Ykika and Viriah, make your way towards the Hall of Illusions, you see a glass cabinet with a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in a witch's attire and green flowing cape hovers inside of it. And at the top of the cabinet, a sign read, "Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter." And a halfling couple hold hands as they approach the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint, and he drops to one knee and pulls out a small box from his pocket, and his sweetheart bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. And the halfling in the face paint begins sobbing and darts into the nearby tent without getting his ticket punched.
Uh-oh.
They get Tasha into the little class.
Do you guys continue walking up to the Hall of Illusions?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah,
okay.
I was asking Viriah how they got Tasha into the little glass thingy.
Okay, so as you get in about 10 feet of this mannequin, roll me a wisdom saving throw, both of you.
Did you say fail a wisdom saving throw?
Well, I said roll me, but you can fail it if you want to.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you both failed. You're both affected by Tasha's hideous laughter. So for the next, what is it, like a minute? Yeah, so for the next minute, you're just you're just on the ground, just pissing yourselves laughing, and you cannot for the life of you figure out why. As you roll around, you eventually get to your feet again, and you look over at the other halfling female, just like finally, just like, oh, he proposed to me.
I thought it was funny as well.
She's like, wait, no, what? Oh my god, he proposed to me, and I just laughed in his face. What am I doing?
Cracking up. Making sure you pay for him as well when you go in there, because otherwise the cost is going to come out of his soul.
She says it'll what? And she rushes over to the tent.
Looks at Viriah and goes, "That's right, isn't it?"
She rushes over to the tent. And you see this large tent is like painted with a mural of like shifting images, showing grinning fairies, diving into pools of color, and the helical stripes on the tent's pointed canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems to be designed with to kind of like befuddle anybody that looks at it. A clown is dressed in a muted garb and stands at the tent's entrance, blinking at you.
Blink back.
He puts his hand out as though waiting for a ticket.
I would be. I would like to give him 5, but I feel like I probably should just pay the damn ticket.
I was going to say, it's very tempting just to give him a crisp high five.
I mean, you can if you want to. He's not going to, like...
I'll give
him a high five?
No, I'll give him a ticket.
Yeah,
okay, give him a ticket. He punches the ticket, and he hands it over to you, and then he kind of like does some hand gestures, and then waves you inside.
Okay, I'm 100% sure that the hand gestures are just going completely over Ykika's head.
He has yet to even say one word to you.
I'll try to blink out in Morse code that I don't know. Thank you.
And he looks a little bit like, hold on. He looks a little bit like this. He's kind of grey and dreary, and the color seems to have sort of left him a little.
hell is that a clown?
Clearly a mime.
Do you think he's the one the Swan told us about?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
He looks over and he's like, he just starts pointing to himself.
I can't remember what the Swan said.
The mime wanted to propose to someone, but got their voice stolen.
Ah, yeah.
He holds his hand up to his throat, and then he starts like flapping his arms like a bird.
You want to propose to the Swan?
And he shakes his head like no. And then he flaps his arms like a bird, and he makes a gesture of pulling like a hood over his head. And then he puts his hands into like finger guns, and he bang kind of shoots them at you.
Oh, the creepy hooded person.
You want to propose to the creepy hooded person?
He shakes his head again. No.
He's gonna like start going through Ykika's pockets looking for paper and a pen or something.
Okay.
Will.
Do you have any kind of parchment or ink or anything, Ykika, in any of your packs? Inventory?
Uniform playing cards?
I don't think so.
Whatever's in a Dungeoneer's pack?
What did you say? You got a Scholar's pack?
Yeah.
No.
Certainly
Okay.
do.
Nightshade flies over. Nightshade, as you get within 10 feet of the tent, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Come on.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't fall for
Yeah.
Tasha's hideous laughter. Although you do
Good, because
snick.
I was gonna go through your pockets when you were laughing.
Alright, so you pull out, you have...
Did you say he gets Tasha's minor snickle?
Minor, yes. Tasha's slight grin.
Yeah.
You have parchment and ink or something?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, you want to hand it over to him, I suppose?
Yeah, I'll give him a piece of parchment and a quill.
Okay, so he writes down, Kettle Steam stole my voice. He writes, she's somewhere in the Carnival under a disguise.
And she's definitely in the Hall of Illusions.
He says, he writes down, I don't think so.
I paid my ticket, I'm going in anyway.
He says, sure, have fun.
Yay!
And then he just writes down, I think she's at the lake.
Do the Hall of Illusions first.
Hey, you can.
Can I come back? Can I come back later? What do we want to do?
I think
I'm
you'll
sorry,
have to pay another stamp.
I have to go and check on the halflings to see if they're married or not.
Okay.
You understand, don't you? I say
Alright.
to them.
So you chase, you run in there, running after the halflings. You've already paid your ticket, so you're fine.
Candlefoot understands, don't you, Candlefoot?
He just nods and gives you a thumbs up.
Okay. I don't know what anybody else is doing, but Ykika's in the Hall of Illusions.
Alright, Ykika's in the Hall of Illusions. So you see tall mirrors that line the whole interior walls of the tent. And the mirrors, right as you walk in, kind of reflect you in a bit of a more youthful vibe. You look younger, but slowly as you walk through the maze of mirrors, you start to grow older and older and older until you see yourself in your twilight years.
So cool.
Um,
I turned around and asked nobody in particular, because no one came in with me, if that was an illusion. And then I realised I'm by myself.
roll me a perception check.
Viriah really wants to go in there.
My great sense of smell, I'm sure, will help me here.
So as you're walking around, You find the halfling that ran in, that was sobbing, the man. He's gazing into a mirror, and you can see on the other side of the mirror there's a little girl with a pig's mask on, pig face mask on, and they're whispering something into the halfling's ears. And as you walk over, the girl in the pig mask quickly sees that you're there and turns around and runs into the mirror.
That doesn't seem like an illusion.
And she hits the mirror and falls unconscious.
No. She runs into the mirror.
Okay.
Yeah, into the mirror and hits her head and falls unconscious.
No, she doesn't. She runs into the mirror.
Pat the little guy on the head.
You pat him on the head and he turns around and says, who are you?
I'm Ykika, Moo Cow.
Hi, I'm Ruben.
Did your little friend find you?
My no, I don't know who that was, but she was.
No. From outside, the lady the lady that Tasha made laugh.
No, where did she come in here? I have to find her.
Do you need a hand?
Yes, please. Can
I
you
can
help me?
help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you spend about 10 minutes.
Minotaurs are renowned trackers. I'll find her for you.
You spend about 10 minutes walking through more mirrors, and you see yourself as you continue to walk down this hall of mirrors in funny outfits, and then you see yourself with your head almost lopped off.
Hang on.
And you see
You're gonna have to be more exact than that. I wear a uniform.
like a clown suit, like Thaco. You see yourself in a suit like Thaco's, and you see yourself almost with your head or like entirely lopped off. You see yourself like your skin has turned completely stark white, and then in another mirror you see your skin is all pink, and all these mirrors are just like different illusions that are cast on your form to make you look interesting, possibly silly, and to question your overall sense of self. But after about 10 minutes, you manage to...
I'm sure they're interesting, and I'm sure Ykika is fascinated for them. I do not think they're making him question anything. He's just jumping up and down like a little kid and trying to see if things are happening to the halfling.
Yeah, he's getting the same treatment. Like
Every
time he goes past a new mirror, his hairstyle changes.
All the while, I'm also trying to have an adult conversation with this man because he just proposed to somebody and they laughed at him.
Yes.
So I'm going to try in my own unique way to let him understand that it was Tasha that did it.
Okay. All right. Just roll me.
Not that he knows who Tasha is.
Yeah, he might not. Roll me a persuasion check.
No, he's 100% convinced that it is Tasha in the glass thing.
Yeah.
I am doing a shit job.
So you're trying to tell him, and he's like,
hang on. I used my inspiration.
Okay. All right. Sweet.
that I got at the beginning of the session.
Yeah. So you convince him that it was Tasha. It was the statue in the glass case that was casting a spell on his beloved, and he's like, well, that makes sense. This is the whole illusions, and this carnival is all about having a good time and having a laugh. So I'm sure she didn't mean it. And then just after he says that, you round a corner and you see the other halfling, the female, is standing in front of a mirror, and you see the girl in the pig mask again on the other side of the mirror in her reflection, and she sees you again, and she turns around and she starts running into the back of the mirror again. Yes, exactly. And she turns around and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, Ruben. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. It was that damn statue. And he's like, no, it's okay.
No, it was the little witch.
He says, my new friend here, he explained everything to me.
Hey, I'm Ykika.
He says,
Okay.
oh, hello, Ykika. Thank you for finding Ruben for me.
It was my pleasure.
And she
What-
kind of wanders
what
over.
What did the little pig girl say to you?
She said she could find something that I lost. But I
I
don't
found
know.
something that you lost.
I know. That's fantastic. I guess I don't need her anymore. Thank you.
I do not. Are you missing anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Why don't you talk to me? Try to look in the mirror that she disappeared into.
Okay. You have a look in there. And you kind of wait. And wait. And nothing happens. You wait for a few minutes more. The other two have kind of joined hands and started making their way back out of the Hall of Illusions. And she says, "You didn't even let me answer." And Ruben's like, "Oh, I'd rather do this again, maybe in a little bit more romantic of a spot." And she's like, "No, it was perfect, and yes, is my answer." And you just hear him say, "Yahoo!" And just you hear their feet just start like patter 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 running.
I'm doing my racial happy dance.
Yeah.
I don't actually have one, but he's going to do it anyway.
Is it the bull in the china shop?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Oh yeah, I'm a bull in a house of mirrors. I've got to be more careful. So,
I mean, you're not clumsy per se.
have you looked at my character sheet?
No.
Good. We'll
All
just
right.
assume I'm not clumsy
Yeah, just gonna assume you
and
don't.
keep walking.
And you make your way back out of the Hall of Illusions, and the rest of you, what have you been doing in the meantime?
Do I see any more fun illusions?
On your way out, you see more or less the same stuff that you saw on the way in. You start growing from old back to young again as you get closer towards the entrance.
Okay. When I get out, I'm going to explain everything to everybody that I saw in there badly. Like, it will make it seem like I aged and then up and then back down again. And that I saw a fairy with a pig face who was helping people lose things. And the halflings got married.
I'm happy.
Yay.
Happy.
I'm happy.
All right.
People should be happy.
So where would the rest of you like to go?
What's this?
Snail race.
Snail racing.
Right.
Oh, the thing
Well,
in
we're
the
gonna go to the lake.
thing in the middle there, or the lake, or you want to go to the lake first?
He said he thought she was there. I don't know how long she'll be there for.
I did ask before, and it sounds like it's not really time sensitive.
Oh yeah, none of the events are time sensitive, but the creepy hooded person we were looking for was apparently at the lake.
Okay. Be an idea to go there then.
Okay, let's go there.
All right, you guys head up to the lake, and
Yeah, I mean,
as
I'm more than happy to do everything else instead of that, just like in real life.
yeah, I mean it's kind of like it's not time sensitive, but if you go somewhere else and then you go to the lake, they might not be at the lake anymore. They might be somewhere else, and then you've got to go and try and find them again, and then you just got to run around until you bump into them. So you make your way towards the lake, and as you do, you see mist gathers at the banks of the shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, singing a glorious, haunting song that captivates the spectators on the lake shore. In response, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. She also makes a swarm of quippers, these fish that dance in the water around her. But you hear from the crowd, you hear, "Get a real job!"
Ah!
and then she kind of like the mermaid dances around and does a few swirls in the water, back flipping around and around, and sort of not juggling the quippers, but moving them around her to make it look like they're kind of oscillating in a way, like kind of electrons around an atom kind of thing. And as she's doing that, you hear like static incoming. And
Is that
like
the same person?
it sounds a little different,
But it sounds like someone's putting on
But-
fake voices.
but there's someone heckling.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye out for that heckler.
All right, roll me a perception check.
I want to help.
Yep, you can help.
Go look for 'em as well.
Yep.
The
Do you want to make the roll and I'll give you advantage?
Sure.
Or do you want me to roll and you can give me advantage?
I mean, everybody can
Now-
roll. Everybody can roll individually if you want to.
Okay.
Is anybody else looking around? Nightshade, Alex, Rouge. No. Okay. All right.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Perception.
Yeah, perception. Yep. That's performance.
Perception.
You're trying to outdo the mermaid. Okay. So you all kind of whip around as you do, and you see if give me a second. I've got to roll a check. Okay. So you all see a figure standing in the crowd with a like a dark blue sort of coat on, and they are quite obviously disguising themselves with a spell. And I think Viriah, you're the only one who sees through the actual illusion. The rest of you see like a big kind of burly man in a green like robe, bald head, big ears with big earlobes. He's got a kind of a bulbous nose, and like his front teeth are kind of bucked out, and his face is rather pudgy. And he's just like chuckling to himself. But underneath the illusion, Viriah, you can see a Kenku in a dark blue robe that looks something like, I wonder if there's a handout for this. I'm sure there is. Hold on. That looks something, yes, like this. Skulking around the outside of the lake as everybody looks on. And
I'm gonna walk out.
yeah, you're walking over just as you see this figure about to try and heckle one more time.
I'm gonna walk over.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell the figure to shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna knock those butt teeth so far down his throat he's gonna have to stick his toothbrush up his ass to clean them.
Teeth.
I'm the only one who saw it was a Kenku.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
you are.
Like on Ykika's shoulder at the time.
That's why I'm talking about the butt teeth that was part of the illusion.
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
But after he says that, I'll lean down and say, But little birds don't have teeth? And then look at him like, yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna let that go completely over Waikika's head.
She
Do you want me to make an intimidation roll?
yes, please roll me intimidation. She kind of just the big large burly man just kind of like stands there and looks at you and just mimics your voice back at you and just says, "Help, help, I'm being attacked, help, help."
bet you're not, but I can arrange it really fast.
And just says, back in your own voice at you again, it says, yeah, we can arrange that, no problem. And it sounds like you're talking to yourself. And then they kind of like drop their form and turn back into a Kenku and just says, look, I don't want any trouble from you.
Then shut up.
I'm trying to make trouble for Witch and Light. They know more than they're letting on, and they won't tell me. So I'm ruining their good time because they're ruining mine.
I'm enjoying the dance. Grr.
Okay, fine. I'll leave. And she starts
No,
walking
no,
away.
no, hang on. Stay. Let me introduce you to somebody who really knows how to help you make trouble.
They do?
Yes.
Who is
Go
it?
talk to Alex. Go talk to Alex.
Alex.
Over there.
Which one's Alex?
Point to Alex.
They kind of look around.
I can't remember which one Alex is, but
This one.
yeah.
It's dried
I don't
up.
know. I know the token. I can't remember how accurate the token is.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Depends on the day.
I mean, yeah, it depends
Okay.
on the day. I mean, I don't know. Alex, what does your form look like today?
Right now, I'm going to say a crotchety old woman.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
Kenku
for
walks
that
up
person.
to a grouchy old woman and just says, "You're Alex?
Who wants to know?
I'm Kettlestein. I should probably explain a couple of things."
Kettlestein steal the mime's voice?
Yep.
That's what I remember.
Okay. As you wrote.
She goes, "But I have a question for you first. Are you willing to help me steal that pocket watch?"
Wait a second. Why does he have the same plan as our other friend?
Why do you
Well,
want the pocket watch?
Well, see, the pocket watch keeps everything running on time here in the carnival. And if he doesn't have the pocket watch, well then carnival goes to shit. And I'm all about that because he won't tell me what I want to know. And I know he knows. He just won't tell me.
What do you want to know?
Well, see, look. Okay, so I made a pact many years ago with Zybelina, who's the Archfey, who rules over the Feywild domain of Prismere. And something's happened to Zybelina. I can't get in touch with her. And it really sucks. Because she's my patron. And they know something. Because they're from the damn Feywild. And they won't let me know anything about it. They keep giving me the cold shoulder. And they won't answer any of my questions. Look, if you don't believe me, here, how would I know this? How would I know this? And she mimics the voice of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, saying, "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That's what you want, right?" He says, "Aren't you missing something? All of you?" And she looks around at you.
So
Yeah.
you can get it
I'm
back.
missing the mermaid dance.
She says, "Don't worry, she does it every hour or so."
Okay then. I'm
Says,
happy again then.
"You've all had something taken from you, not lost, but taken. And that was because you didn't pay for a ticket. The thing is, they agreed to let anybody in who doesn't pay for a ticket. The Hourglass Coven is allowed to take something. And they're not always tangible things. Sometimes they're, well, And she looks over at Guy. A sense of fashion, perhaps.
That's not very nice.
Are you saying that you can get what we lost back?
I don't know if I can, but I sure as hell know that whatever you lost is somewhere in Prismia. And
Lost
those
my ability to be an archmage.
and those hags they've got them. They've got them somewhere. They are hoarders and they never let anything go to waste, so I'm sure they've got them somewhere.
I shrug and say, sounds like it could be fun.
She says, I can't go there. I can't go to Prismia to get these things back. I have a pact that means that I can't physically travel there. So if you could figure out what happened to Zybalina and, I don't know, save her or something, or maybe make a way that she can get in contact with me again, I would be really happy to
So you think
help you?
Okay. So you think the Hourglass Coven
Yeah.
has the Archbane?
Well, they've done something that means that she can't communicate with anything outside of the Fey realm of Prismia that she's in. Or maybe she can't travel outside. I don't know. I don't know what they've done. But all I overheard was that the Hourglass Coven is involved, and they're making sure the carnival stays in business by letting them take things from its patrons. It's a bit confusing to me too, and that's why I want to talk to these guys, but they just keep giving me the cold shoulder.
Right,
I don't-
So,
Okay.
If that's what you want, then why did you steal the mime's voice?
Well, that was just a bit of fun.
Well, give it back!
It was really funny. Look, he was gonna
It's
try
not
and
funny.
propose to the mermaid, and I stole his voice, and it was really funny. It was
And
funny.
now you're bullying her. That
It was
doesn't
funny.
sound funny. That sounds selected bullying.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Give it back.
She's like, all right, I'll go give it
I
back.
believe in love, and you give it back so they can have love.
Sure.
We should all make love.
right now?
I think you should rephrase that.
What?
She says, okay, look, fine. I'll go give his voice back.
I know where he is. I'll go ask him.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Just wait here?
No, just give his voice
No,
back.
you're coming with us.
Okay, fine. She starts walking with you and starts kind of
Listen,
looking suspiciously around the place. You see her raise her hand and she casts Disguise Self on herself again. And she looks like a young woman in like a red dress.
I follow suit.
can I
Okay.
can I ask if
Twinsies!
she's the pig-faced thingy that flew
Oh,
into
the
the
pig
mirrors?
face girl from Whole Illusion. She says, "Oh," and her voice changes too, and she says, "Oh no, that was probably one of the Coven's operatives that you saw that was trying to steal something from someone that hadn't paid for a ticket, or lure someone into the domain just out of the goodness of their piggly wiggly hearts."
Didn't seem right. They said that she was trying to give them something back.
Yeah, I think that was probably a lie.
I am shocked and or horrified that people in a carnival would lie.
Carnival folk are the most trustworthy people ever.
Exactly.
Carnies. Okay, so you make your way down, back down to the Hall of Illusions, and you see as you get there, Candlefoot is out the front, just miming to other patrons to go into the Hall of Illusions. I see another couple of people giggling on the ground in front of the box with the little Tasha inside of it. and
Hello, Tasha.
and you're unfortunately immune to it now that you've been affected by it.
No, I was saying hello to Tasha. She's stuck in it. Doesn't
Doesn't wave or anything back.
I'm sure she still likes me.
Yeah. And then you see from under her dress, the young woman in red pulls out a small corn husk doll that has a thorny stem tied around its neck. And she looks over at Kettlesteam and she's like, fine, and she unwinds the thorns from around the neck of the doll, and Candlefoot just kind of like gasps loudly. Oh my god, thank you, I got my voice back. He's like, I have somewhere to be.
Love. Go propose
to
to your young fish.
I have somewhere to be. Thank you. Don't go into the Hall of Illusions without me, or without somebody else to punch your ticket. Someone will be by shortly to cover my shift. Bye. And he starts starts running off to the lake.
Go, man, go. That mermaid had the perfect proportions. 36, 24, 4.99 a kilo.
God damn it. God damn it.
So, snailways?
Kettlesteam just like looks around at you and she's like, do you mind if I just like not and walk around by myself?
Don't steal more stuff.
Fine. I won't steal anything, promise.
Unless it's something shiny, and then it's mine.
Wait, so what?
I'm already right off.
Didn't hear anything.
She's like,
what he said was, don't steal from us.
Yeah. She looks around and she sees the food stalls next to the Hall of Illusions. She's like, oh, muffins. And she walks over there.
I'm still going snail racing. I'm still full from the cupcakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guy's in like a food coma as well. Okay, snail racing
What's
it is.
What's this?
This little thing, that is, let's have a look, skis.
Is that a wizard's hat?
It is a wizard's hat.
Flowers?
It is, in fact. You see, let me find it. You see, birds. There are three cockatrices caged up together in the back of this little kind of tent. I'm seeing there a gnome that looks up towards you and he says, "Birds of a feather, how about feathers of a bird? Step right up and guess how many feathers festoon this fiendish fowl."
Do I know what a cockatrice is?
Let me see if you... I have a handout for one. Hold on. They look like this. They don't really have many feathers.
Yeah, no, I mean...
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Alright. Punch ticket.
Yeah, I think I started with 11 punches.
I think so, yeah.
You did.
And I used one, so I was down to 9.
Wait, what? That was making sense.
So I was down 11, I was down to 10, now I'll be down to 9.
Okay. Alright, so this carnival is, I don't know if this is gonna be like Ykika's strong suit. Would anybody else like to guess how many feathers there are on the cockatrices?
I can guess so. I've paid my ticket.
Yeah, you can. You can. I just want to know if anybody else is doing it so we can do it at the same time.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. She's like, I'm not very good with numbers.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I just gotta put it in a bit.
So it started with 11 tickets, right?
You would probably have the 16 still.
16.
Yeah, because we had 16.
Basically, you use the tickets in the things instead of money. And if you get down to no tickets, then
Very bad.
Very bad.
Always gonna have one punch left.
You lose your sense of writing, so you can't become an archmage like what happened to Ykika.
I'm sure that's the reason.
Well, I'm sure that's the reason.
Is that what he tells everyone?
That's what he tells everyone. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure that Ykika knows that he's a fighter. Well, he should. Yeah. Aside from the fact that's literally his job description.
Yokel. I am back.
That could also be his job description.
Okay. All right. So who's participating?
We're trying to figure out how many tickets.
How much do I have?
You would have all of them.
Yeah, but we all started with one free ticket, and the rest of us bought an extra one, but we didn't
start with a free one, so you've got 8. Because I think it starts with 8, right?
Yes, you can buy another one.
Yeah, you can buy another one for like 8 silver.
Alright, so 8 tickets. So now I'll have 7, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so for everybody that's participating, please roll me.
And we had a spare. We bought a spare one, didn't we?
Not yet. You hadn't done that
Alex
yet.
wasn't there. Alex wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hadn't done that yet either, I don't think. So everybody that's participating, please roll me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Yay!
Can I use my inspiration? I really want that.
Okay. You can use your inspiration.
Yes! Oh! Wait, that's a save. Wait, that's even...
That's still...
What the hell? You rolled even better!
Okay. Alright. So... let me see. Okay. Alright. Viriah, you're fine. And Rouge, you're fine. Alex and Ykika, can you guys roll me another intelligence check, please?
Probably not.
Those aren't even feathers.
Okay, you've got one more chance. You get one more chance to guess. This is your 3rd attempt. So Alex and Ykika, one more intelligence check for me, please. Okay, so unfortunately, Alex and Ykika are just completely just befuddled by the cockatrices as they move about the cage. They're trying to keep count, but they just keep losing count, and then they just take a stab in the dark guess. But Viriah and Rouge, you get it on the first try. So
I just make a dancing light in front of them, so they all get distracted by it, and I quickly count.
You get 2 rolls on the Carnival prizes table because you guessed on the first try.
Ooh.
And the DC, just so you guys know, the DC was pretty high.
Damn it! I should have just copied Rouge and Guy.
All right. So, Viriah, can you roll me 2d8, please? Okay, 1 and a 7. So you get, you also have a cuddly toy spider, just as,
Yes.
Okay.
just as Ykika managed to get. And, also, I need you to roll me a D100 now. Because you got 34. You got fake 3-dragon anti card with a fairy dragon on it.
So you got a knockoff Pokemon card.
Yeah, pretty much. And Rouge, can you please roll me a D8 as well? Okay, you got a bottle of Witchlight wine.
Way better.
Yep.
Probably better I didn't get that.
And yeah, so when you uncork it, it plays the Calliope music until the bottle of wine is empty.
Sweet.
Yep. All right. So that's your little stall game there, and then I guess you proceed on to the snail racing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you guys make your way down, you see this amazing sight. Giant snails. Giant snails. Hooning around this freaking course.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
The grandstands next to the racecourse are filled with cheering fairgoers, ringing bells, swinging rattles, and waving flags. And on the starting line, 8 giant snails are having their shells scrubbed by pixies. Above the circular course, a wooden gantry hangs from the branches of a central tree, where 2 goblins officiate the proceedings. I'd like to think these goblins sound a lot like the announcers from the pod racing in Star Wars Episode 1. And they look over at you and they just say... They look over at you and they...
Go ahead. I'll finish it up.
Okay. They look over you and they just say, do we have some more participants for the race this evening?
Just take my ticket already.
Yes.
All right. Is everybody going in the snail race?
Yep.
You better.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
100%.
100%. What were you going to say? They look like...
They-
1% I'm going in the snail race.
They more remind me of the announcers from Blood Bowl.
Oh, yeah. No,
Blood
yeah,
Bowl
that's probably...
Hell
That's what I'm picturing in my head.
Yeah, that makes more
A little
sense.
vampire boy.
Yep.
Yeah, just like their voices. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was picturing the
So...
other Muppet.
So there are rules to the race, all right? Says, well, one of them is no cheating, obviously. That's just
You need
a
to know
rule in
the rules.
a rule
They
in
know how to
general.
cheat.
A rule in
Hey,
general,
Ruth.
no cheating.
Yeah.
What if I break that rule?
Then you get
If I
disqualified.
cheat?
You get disqualified. So the rules are, let me give you the rules here. So the race is divided into 6-second rounds, but you don't need initiative or anything like that. Once the race begins, each snail moves along the track at a remarkable speed of 80 feet around by itself, without any riders. Without any riders, all the snails move at the exact same pace. But the jockey can try and improve the performance. Or can try, but you have to basically make an animal handling check every single round.
I can do that.
And on success, it moves an extra 10 feet, and if you succeed by 5 or more, it moves an extra 20 feet in a round. But if you fail, it moves 10 feet slower, and if you fail by more than 5, it moves 20 feet slower. So it can move from anywhere between like 60 feet to like 100 feet per round. The race ends when one or more snails has traveled 480 feet needed to cross the finish line. Actually, it says here you can make an animal handling check, so I guess you don't have to. You can just move at 80 and you'll get there without an issue
If you've got
after a certain amount of
comfortable lead
rounds.
already, you can just hold it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
5.5 rounds.
So if 2 or more snails cross the finish line in the same round, you determine the winner by a roll off. And if first place is tied, the race ends in a tie.
So if you do the roll off and
If
it's
you,
a
do,
tie,
if you do the roll off and it's a tie, it's just a tie. So if you both roll like a 10 and a 10 on D20, like it's just declared a tie. Because
okay.
it's not very likely that that's going to happen, so it just, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So signs posted around the stands along the racetrack warn neither jockey nor spectators can influence the outcome of the race by using magic or harming the other jockeys or snails. And any jockey who openly does so is disqualified.
When you say or harming, that means I can't punch people on the
Yeah,
way through.
no.
Okay.
And a spectator caught doing so may be escorted from the grounds of the carnival.
But they say mean things to them. Is that harming?
It depends on it depends on the psychological damage it deals to them. If it does actual psychic damage, then yes, that's harming them. It's also casting a spell, so there are surprises. There are surprises at the start of each round, so we'll get into those when they happen. And the surprises, yeah, that'll happen. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper real quick because this is actually gonna be easier for me to like write down somewhere who's at how many distances than it is to like freaking figure out. I can use my head. You'll do. You're a piece of paper. All right. So, the first thing I need you all to do for everybody that's participating is roll a d8 for me, because all the snails have cool names and they're different colors, and it's going to be great.
Purple
Alright.
snail or riot.
So V, you are a 3. You are on the snail high road. High road, and high road is purple.
Yes!
How did you even fucking know that? All right, Nightshade. I'm gonna bump you to 4 because you got 3 as well. So Nightshade, you are that's 3. That's 4. You are on Quickleaf.
Wait, sorry, what are we supposed to be rolling?
A D8.
D8.
You're on Quickleaf, and Quickleaf is green.
Makes sense.
Then Ykika, you are on Flower Flash.
Cool.
Flower Flash. Flower Flash is a lovely, lovely yellow.
I knew it as soon as you called her Flower Flash.
Alex, you got a 6, so you are on Wizzy. And
How is that one not yellow?
Wizzy is orange. That's why.
Oh, too much asparagus.
Yeah, way too much asparagus. All right, and Rouge, you are you got a 4, but I'm gonna bump you to like a 7 because
Everything else is taken.
4, 5, and 6
because
is
4, 5, and
taken.
6. Okay, you can choose. Do you want to be 7, 8, or number or 1 or 2? You just pick.
1.
1. Oh, nice. I love it. All right, you're on Shelly Moo,
Oh, hell yeah.
and Shelly Moo is pink.
Sweet.
It's great. I was hoping someone would pick Shelly Moo. I think that's like the coolest name out of all of them. Although there is Queen's Majesty, so unfortunately you guys missed out on that one. All right. So, so we start the race. You're all at 0 feet right now, and we have to get to 480. You move it 80 around, and if you roll a animal handling check, you can move by like plus 10 or plus 20. Or you might move slower than that. So I'm just gonna do math and stuff while you guys roll some numbers at me. All right, so we get to the starting line, and as you all saddle up on top of your lovely giant snails,
He's a good Flower Flash.
you hear the 2 goblins from the tree, and they're like, all right, it looks like all our competitors are ready to race. Heading up on High Road on the purple team, we have Viriah. And you hear the crowd go, yeah, woo! And they all like, Viriah, Viriah, purple team, Viriah. And they're like,
I have
and
no idea how they know me.
well, you all would have like put your names down as the jockeys when you signed up.
Oh,
to,
I meant the crowd.
I mean, well, they just said your name.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then the green team riding on Quickleaf, we have Nightshade, Hollybell, and they're all like, "Woo, yeah, go Nightshade!" And coming in on Flower Flash for the yellow team, we have, how do you pronounce this one? Ykika, Ykika, come on in. And you see all the crowd go, whoa, he's huge. and then coming into the orange team, riding on Wizzy, we have Alex. Alex, what's your form right now? What do you look like? Do you still look like the woman in red?
No, at the moment, I decided to take up Kenku.
Okay, cool. All right, so you look like Kenku riding on top of a giant snail, and they're all like,
Yeah.
woohoo, yeah, Alex. And our last volunteer rider for this evening is on Shelly Moo for the pink team. It is Rouge, and they're all like, ooh, cool. Like, why isn't she on the red
She's
one?
wearing all of this and clashes really badly with the snail.
I love it.
Hey, if you're gonna fight, clash.
Yeah. All right. So I need all you guys to tell me whether or not you want to roll an animal handling check or whether you just want to run the 80 feet for the first round.
I'm going the distance.
I'm gonna make an animal handling check.
All right.
I'm gonna try it anyway.
Okay.
As well. Get that burst.
All right. So roll me. So if anybody is if anybody's doing an animal handling check, roll me your animal handling, please. I'll assume anybody that doesn't is okay. Well, you're all doing it, so. All right. So let's see here.
Somebody didn't.
Ykika did. So Ykika, you end up moving 100 feet in the first round.
Cool.
And Nightshade, you do as well. You move 100 feet as well. Viriah and Rouge, you guys move an extra 10 feet, so you move 90. And then, unfortunately, Alex, your snail is not quite listening to your reins and starts to slow down slightly, and you move 70 feet for the first round. And at the end of that first round, one random snail starts to get a stitch, and that random snail is Flower Flash. Flower Flash is starting to get a bit of a stitch.
No.
Should have been a little bit more hydrated there. All right, next round, everybody who wants to roll me a animal handling check, please do so.
Oh shit!
All right. Oh no! Oh, poor Viriah. Viriah started out good and then ended up going a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So that's 90 plus. You only move 60 feet that round, so you're up to what's that? 6 and that's 15, so you're at 150 feet in. Alex, you managed to move another 70 feet this round, so you're at 140. Who else we got? Nightshade manages to push ahead again a little bit more, another 90 feet, and is at 190. So Nightshade is currently in the lead. Ykika adds another 90 feet to Flower Flash, even with the stitch, managing to get 6150. So right now we got coming in first place is Nightshade, and then in second place is Shelly Moo in pink, followed up by High Road and Ykika coming in tied for third place, and then Alex.
How did I get so far behind?
Bringing up the rear because you're still got a stitch. It's slowed down. Then we got another surprise. No surprise this time. Nothing incredible happens this round. All right, if you guys would like to again roll me another animal handling, or you can not. You don't have to.
No,
Am I
I
still
got
being
some catching
stitched
up
up?
to do.
Got some catching up to do. All right.
Am I still being stitched up?
No, you're fine now. Yeah, this round's fine. It was just for that one round. Just for that one round. You got a little bit behind. Go dice rolls. All right, so we got Viriah. Viriah again, just managing to kind of just not kind of getting a hold of their of High Road's ability to just plow forward through the dirt around this amazing track, and gets to 220 feet. Alex with the big whip to Wizzy, as Wizzy flies forward, catching up almost, actually actually overtaking by quite a fair bit, moving 100 feet this round. And then who else have we got? Ykika, did I do you? No, I did not. Ykika is moving again, making sure they're moving forward very nicely. Now Ykika and Flower Flash and Wizzy are coming out of nowhere with the comeback around this course here. Then we've got Shelly Moo. Shelly Moo decided to just move at a nice 80 feet pace, just keeping in time with the snail. Rouge is just keeping that snail nice and sturdy, and manages to tie up first place right now with Flower Flash, Wizzy, and Shelly Moo all moved so far just exactly halfway around the course. And now I need you all to hold on. Did I put Nightshade on there? No, I didn't. Nightshade, you are you're at 190 and 726. Actually, Nightshade is still in the lead, even with a unfortunately horrible performance on their animal handling. Is still in the lead this round by a very small margin. And then we will roll for a surprise. It seems like a spectator has thrown a head of lettuce onto the field, and one of the snails at random, and that snail is Queen's Majesty, which none of you are riding, decides to just stop and munch on her head of lettuce that's on the field. So it seems as though Queen's the
So
Queen's,
you're saying the Queen got a bit ahead?
the Queen got a little bit ahead, yeah,
Okay.
Off with the Queen's head.
of lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of lettuce.
Yeah.
All right. So all of you are outperforming, currently outperforming the other riders in this race. Nimblefoot and Breakneck and Queen's Majesty are all lagging just a little bit behind you. We're going into the next round here, so I'd like you all to again roll me another animal handling check if you wish to do so. Maybe you don't need to; it's not necessary.
Gotta keep my lead.
Ykika moves up to 330 feet. Viriah just barely managing to push the snail a little bit harder. High Road just getting on there at 310 feet now this round. Nightshade unfortunately getting caught up in the blockage that was caused by the Queen's Gambit with the lettuce debacle, indeed. And you see now as you're moving past that the person that threw the head of lettuce is getting dragged out of the grandstands by a few of the staff. So Nightshade, you move 70 feet, so that's 330. All right.
Viriah's getting way too competitive here and just like yelling at the others to get out of the way.
Alex, unfortunately, only being able to edge out about 60 feet that round, putting them a little bit behind, but not by much. Anyone can still take this. Anyone can still take this race. And Rouge again just managing to catch up to Wizzy. Shelly Moo kind of making some moves, moving through and around. And we will go to the next possible surprise of this race. The saddle. The saddle on one of the snails is coming loose and starting to fall off. And that snail is Breakneck. Breakneck's saddle. You see it falling off the rider. The rider rolling to see if he can stay on here. And that is a D20. Oh, manages to just like slide the saddle off and just sit on top of that snail without falling off. Rolls a natural 20 for his dexterity save. And you see now Breakneck is hurling forward at even greater speed to catch up.
Breakneck speed.
Exactly. All right. Next round of this snail race. We're getting into the final stretch here. There might only be maybe 2 rounds left here.
Yes.
Viriah, you're whipping High Road and you're whipping him good. And you manage to move up to the 380 foot mark around this track. Ykika unfortunately kind of not quite as fast, but you still manage to keep your lead. You're in a bit of a lead. You still manage to just barely keep your lead. Alex, snail racing doesn't look like it's your thing. But funnily enough, you're still not that far behind High Road. You're kind of keeping on Viriah's tail, as little as it is for the bunny. And we got Shelly Moo. Shelly Moo's catching up big time. Shelly Moo moves right up beside Flower Flash here. But meanwhile, Nightshade on Quickleaf, just taking it easy, just moving their standard movement, just keeping pace, just letting the snail do its thing, just pulls out in front of all of you.
No.
And one of these snails is bolstered by the cheering crowd as you move towards the finish line, and you hear them cheering and jeering, and Quickleaf just darts ahead. Quickleaf just hears this cheering and just moves even further into the lead. Quickleaf doesn't look like they're going to be able to be stopped at this point, but this round will be the deciding one. This will be the final round for certain. Everybody, please either roll your animal handling checks or don't, whichever you prefer.
Don't roll an animal handling check. Does that mean nothing changes?
Yeah, you move at 80, and that's it. You just move at 80. All right, Ykika with the big movement here. So Ykika darting over the finish line at the same time as, I'm gonna guess, a few other people. So we have Viriah, you move at unfortunately not quite enough to make the finish line at the same time as Ykika. So you're just lacking a little bit, unfortunately. Alex coming in at Alex just coming in a bit short of the finish line there. While Rouge whips as hard as they can, but Rouge is still while still being ahead of High Road on Shelly Moo.
What?
Rouge, unfortunately, does not seem to be able to cover enough distance, as Quickleaf is most definitely the first one across the finish line.
Yay.
What?
At what's that? 5, 10.
You're cheated.
So, I actually need Quickleaf and Flower Flash, so that's Nightshade and Ykika. Because these are happening at the same time, you cross the finish line at the same time. I need you guys to roll off for me.
Animal handling?
No, D20.
Oh, really?
Just a D20. Just a straight D20 roll.
Oh,
that was so close too. All right, well, it looks like Quickleaf was just a little bit quicker there as well. So Quickleaf, you are the lucky winner of this amazing snail racing ride, and you get yourself a potion of advantage. It should be in the compendium because it's right here on my sheet. That lets me.
Also cheated.
it sure is.
Yep.
As the only person who actually knew what they were doing.
When you drink the potion, you gain advantage on an ability check, attack, roll, saving throw within the next hour. It's a sparkling golden mist that moves and pours like water. The rest of you, you all gain a consolation prize. You gain a wand. That allows you to cast a dancing light cantrip once. And
God damn it!
And once you cast the cantrip, the wand turns into a tulip. Turns into a lovely tulip. And that is it for the amazing snail racing around the outside of this.
These snails are much faster than the ones at home.
Indeed.
Can we retire from adventuring and just become snail racers?
Should have just let the snail.
I'm not quite sure that would be your
Lucrative?
gig. I don't know how many races a day do they have.
1 an hour. The snails need some rest.
Moderate.
Snails need some rest, but they get to eat all. They get to eat all the cabbage they can handle and all the lettuce they can handle.
All right.
All right. So as you step out of the snail racing, your heart pounding from all the exhilaration and excitement, where would you like to continue on to? You see some more small stalls around, as well as the mystery mine.
What about the Pixie Kingdom?
And the Pixie Kingdom too. You see the Pixie Kingdom and the Bubble Pot Teapot as well.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go into mystery mining, or do we want to go visit the pixies?
Let's go to the mine first, because otherwise I'm going to get very distracted by the bead building.
Oh shit! I still haven't figured out what that is yet.
Is this anything exciting?
So you see a couple of small stalls there next to the mystery mine, and there is yes, that one with the red swirly whirly top. It's Goblin Wrestling.
Goblin Wrestling.
We can wrestle goblins.
Yeah, you can wrestle goblins, and if you win a prize.
Does anybody else want to wrestle goblins, or is it just me?
And goblins, you know why? Because I had this like vague background idea where I was raised by goblins.
Cool.
But you definitely want to wrestle them.
You could be
right?
a goblin if you want to.
No, I don't want to be a goblin.
Oh, okay.
Just raised by goblins. Goblin
Alright.
thieves.
Okay, so who's wrestling goblins?
Okay, I'm going to wrestle goblins.
Okay, it's going to cost you a ticket punch, so mark that off.
Yeah, I do realize that I'm fast running out of
No,
tickets.
it's fine. I honestly don't think you'll run out. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, but there's not too many massive things to do left. There's like carousel.
I can always go back and buy another one.
Yeah, there's the carousel, the Pixie Kingdom, the Mystery Mine, and the Teapot Bowl Pops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I guess any other small stalls. If you spend a bunch of tickets on small stalls, then yeah, you'll probably run out. But yeah.
Okay. Who's joining me for Goblin Wrestling?
I am absolutely joining you for goblin wrestling.
All right.
I think I'm a bit small.
Ykika and Rouge are in for the Goblin Wrestling. Alrighty, let's do this thing. So you walk in and you see a human standing out the front, waiting, and he says, "Haha, ready to test your mettle against some of our finest, hey?
Yeah.
Well, come on in."
Mess with the bull, get the horns.
He says,
Let's go.
Indeed, I can see you're strong. Let's see how you fare against our goblin friends. And you walk in, you see
Why do
the
I get the
goblins.
feeling I'm going to go in, they're going to be like 8 foot tall goblins?
No, you see them. They're regular sized goblins. They've got little like fairy wings on their backs, and they've got like spandex onesies on. And they're like,
that would be wrestling trunks.
yeah. And he goes, yeah. They both look at you and they're like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, you're a big one. I like them big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
And
your
then
mother
they
said.
look over to Rouge and they're like, huh. Well, one at a time, but this should be cool.
Wait, what's going on?
And he goes, strong
We're about
folks.
to get our ass kicked by goblins.
Test your mettle in the Goblin Wrestle. All right, so I need anyone who is small. Neither of you are small, I guess. Unless, are you small, Rouge? Are you small?
No.
No. Okay, so you're both medium-sized creatures. So in doing so, you have to wrestle against 2 goblins at the same time.
What?
Sounds like my child.
They're not armed with anything. They don't have like weapons or anything like that. But you gotta wrestle 2 of them at the same time, because
Okay.
they're small creatures.
Okay.
So
Like, think of Snow White and Seven Dwarfs only.
That seems completely unfair. I'm in.
I'm in.
For them.
All right. So
It's pretty
Ykika.
unfair for them.
Yes. Ykika, you step up first. I need you to roll me an athletics check, please. As you try to pin these goblins down.
Sorry, I was AFK for the
So
start.
this
Can I
is not
enter
an
as well?
actual combat.
Yes, you can. Yeah. All right. Athletics 23. I have no doubt in my mind that is going to beat anything that I could possibly roll. So Rouge Red and the 70 goblins. That's a lot of goblins. All right. So the goblins work together, so they have advantage on their check. But they don't actually have athletics. They just have strength. So yeah, I rolled 12. So you pin both of them down.
Unless they have like a
They do.
18
They
strength.
They do technically have an ability that is a nimble escape, but it doesn't work in this situation anyway. So you manage to pin them both down without an issue at all. Like, they run up towards you, and one of them jumps on the other one's shoulders, and you're just like, okay, and you just like flop over and just pin both of them with one arm each. And they look at you and they're like, "Oh, that's not fair. He's got horns."
Well, yeah.
So roll me a d8. You're gonna get a prize for pinning both of them.
Alright.
Oh, you get a glove puppet, just like Viriah has. There you go.
Yes!
Alright, now, Rouge, I would like you to please roll me an athletics check as well.
I would like to try and do some acrobatic shit.
Well, you can't, because it's about pinning them to the ground, not flipping around on them, unfortunately. Oh no! Oh no, that's really bad. Okay, so they manage to like swivel around as you're trying to pin one of them. The other one jumps on your back, pulls your shoulders over, and just pins you to the ground.
What can I say? It's just a habit from my childhood. I always let them win because they were so small.
I start laughing.
They look over and they're like, "Yep, we're strong," and they flex a little bit, and their tiny little muscles kind of pop
And
up.
I smile and nod. I'm like, "Yep, you're so strong."
They're like, "Thank you, ma'am." All right.
Okay, I just want you to know I'm going to try and get my inspiration back because I handled that exactly like my personality trait. I face my problems head on. A simple, direct solution is the best path to success.
Just pin them straight down. All right.
Just pin them straight down.
All right. You can have your inspiration back.
Thanks.
Viriah, you wanted to enter. So because you're a small creature, you only have to wrestle one at a time. You only have to wrestle one of them. So you can roll me an athletics check as well if you'd like to.
So you're saying I have a chance?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance. 18? What? And that's in the -1? What? I'm not.
Five.
Oh, I rolled a 13.
Up to the gun show, brother.
I rolled a 13, so it wasn't too much of a loss on their side, but they still lost. You managed to roll around a bit on the floor for a bit. And as you're kind of rolling around, they're like, the fur, it tickles, and then they kind of flop around, and you just manage to pin them, and they're like, damn. Well, you earned it. Roll me a d8. A 6. All right, you get a single application of magic face paint. As an action, you can apply this face paint to yourself or another creature, and they gain the benefit of the disguise self spell that lasts for an hour, or until the end of the effect, or until they choose to end the effect, so they can rub off the paint or whatever. So you get magical face paint that gives you disguise self.
Wow.
Yeah.
Try and keep it away. Try and keep it away from Rouge.
I don't know why, but anyway. All right. That's your Goblin Wrestling. You guys want to move on to the Mystery Mine?
Well done, everyone. Mystery Mine.
To the mine!
Mystery Mine.
To the mine!
Look for Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? Alright, so, propelled by
We'd have made
magic...
it too if it wasn't for those damn kids.
We're already in Dungeons and Dragons. Why do we need to take the Dungeons and Dragons ride?
Because?
It does look a bit like Presto's hat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, the mine entrance looks like the entrance from the Dungeons and Dragons slide right from the
Yes,
show.
yeah, it does.
It's supposed to, yeah. It's a
I
big
am
homage
sure
to
that's not by accident.
it.
Yeah.
So
You
propelled
remember
by...
what one of the towns is called Thaco.
Yes, his name's Thago. So, propelled by magic, minecarts laden with fairgoes trundle into an opening carved like a dragon's mouth. The carts then reappear later on the far side of the attraction, with the passengers expressing a mixture of bewilderment, fear, and excitement. Near the entrance, a male dwarf dressed like a wizard shouts, "Unlock the mysteries of your mind in the mystery mine." He has bushy eyebrows, he's wearing a pointy hat, and he holds a large clockwork contraption shaped like a giant eye.
I'm going to run up to him, jump up and down excited, and say, "My mind has lots of mysteries in it."
He says, yes, of course it does. Of course. The ride costs 1 ticket punch.
Okay.
All
Hold up my
right.
ticket.
Here you go. And he punches the hole in your ticket. He says, "Come have
Come
a
on,
look
guys."
at my."
Alright, I pay as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be in as well.
Is anybody not riding it? Okay, that's everybody. All right, everybody's riding.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so riding the mystery mine, one cart can hold up to 8 medium creatures, so you can all get in the same cart together. And as you do, another couple of people sit behind you as well. Some other patrons. And as you pass through the dragon's mouth, you plunge into this kind of illusion-filled demi-plane of like undulating hills and corkscrewing trees and prismatic skies and so
I'm going to scream like a halfling.
well, you may do.
Because that's half the fun.
As you move through, I would like you to all explain to me individually your character's kind of worst fears and how these fears might manifest as you move through this kind of illusionary terrain.
No.
No?
No, because if I do, then we're going to be beset by freaking spiders, so no.
No, your character. Your character.
Yeah.
Not the player.
I already decided
The
that was my character fear because of all the stupid spider things that keep coming up, so no,
There's like-
I'm not going to say it.
There's been like 2 spider things and they've both been the same thing and they're a plushie.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, because of all the spider plugins, I decided that was her worst fear.
Okay, alright.
I'm not going to explain to you my talk, I think I already did.
So,
Too late.
So yeah, spider webs and all that spidery stuff. Okay. Alright. So as you move through that area, I need Okay. I need each of the cast riders must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so as these like visions of spiders and all that sort of unnecessary detail, I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Right.
Alright, so Nightshade. These spiders get to you more than they get to Rouge, even though they are the thing that she is just like completely enamored by. You feel a little bit scared, and you can't help but let out a scream as you're moving through here. And then who's next? Ykika, you type something. Written tests. So
I lost my ability to write properly.
yeah. So you see next as the ride continues on, the cart moves into what looks like a school,
Of course.
and then there's a bunch of desks, and there's students sitting at these desks, and you see these pieces of paper, and they all start flying by and flying by and flying by, and I need you all to make another wisdom saving throw, please. Having to go back to school. Fuck this shit.
I'm out of here.
Ykika and Viriah, you guys let out gigantic screams.
No paper cuts, please.
As do you, Rouge. You're unfortunately more afraid of a written exam than you were of your own fear of spiders.
I'm okay with that.
And again, you all let out this this scream. But Nightshade and Alex, you guys just start laughing like, what the hell is this? And you move through to the next area of the ride. You move through to the next area of the ride where you see a bunch of mirrors. As Alex looks a little worried and looks around, and I need everybody to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, well. Oh.
Hey, so you all move through this, and you see as you move through, these mirrors all show you,
Goddamn sex.
they all show you, yeah, like not buck naked, but like you've all got underwear on, and you're all muscly as hell, and you all just look amazing, and
I do look amazing.
you're all oiled up. You're all oiled up and you're all flexing and posing, and you all just start.
I don't want to be oiled up.
You
Covered in fur.
Yeah, you just start laughing at each
me
other.
too.
You all just start laughing at each other, and it's hilarious as you move through this.
I don't know what's so funny. It's just a mirror.
Who's next? Who hasn't had a go yet? Viriah and
Anything she touches
Right,
bursting
and
into flames.
okay, so fire. All right, so
Okay.
Viriah, as you're moving through this next area, you see, you kind of like point out to some of the mirrors, and as you're pointing, the mirror just ignites.
Yeah.
And then you look around and you see trees in the distance as you're moving through this illusionary landscape, and you look, and everything you seem to look at, everything you focus your attention on, just starts bursting into flames, bursting and bursting and bursting, and it starts heating up and getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I need everybody to make another wisdom saving throw.
Fur coat.
Fur coat, my fur coat, my fur coat.
Oh, I'm covered in fur.
Dear Lord.
So everybody but Viriah, you all let out just screams. As Viriah, you're just like stifling this like nightmarish energy inside you, going like, it's not real, 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 it's not real. But everyone else is just like, just
What I'm hearing
screaming on top of their
is
lungs.
we're the only ones with a true respect for fire. Viriah is a fool.
Oh no, she looks terrified. She's just not.
Yeah, she just
screeching
can't let it out. Yeah. All right, and Nightshade. What is Nightshade's fear?
I'm going to
What is
go with the darkness lurking beneath the monastery.
Ooh. Oh gosh. So you as the fire dissipates as you move through the rest of the forest, and the fire starts to dissipate, and you all start to calm, it gets quiet. It gets eerily quiet. You can't hear anything, and you see in the distance you're moving through a graveyard, and you're moving through a church in a town, and it's just pitch black, and you see a little bit of moonlight shining through, and hands burst from underneath the ground, and you hear moaning.
Could really go for that fire trick right about now.
I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Damn it!
Okay, so Alex and Nightshade, you're like, ooh, zombie movie. And the rest of you are like, ah! You're freaking out thinking the zombie's gonna start chasing the cart. And you eventually you come out of the back of the Mystery Mine ride, back into what you can assume is the material plane, back into the real world, and you see this dwarf standing there with this big sort of clockwork contraption. And he's like, yeah, so did you have fun?
Just the urge to punch him in the face and say yes.
He's like, all right, well.
Fun isn't the word I'd use.
Yeah, it's not usually the word that gets used.
Yeah, that was just a thriller minute. Thank you very much for helping me face my fears.
He's like, exactly. That's exactly what it was there for, and I hope you learned a lesson.
Yeah, don't trust the wolves.
I bet nothing.
Well, that's a lesson to be learned for sure, but perhaps not the lesson I was trying to teach you this time. And he looks at you all and he's like, well, hope you're
Please tell me there's no written tests.
hope you're enjoying the rest of your time here at the Witchlight Carnival. And
Let's go again.
so who failed 3 or more of the saving throws?
Me.
I think
Okay.
I only failed 2.
I definitely failed at least
I
3.
failed
I
exactly.
think I only passed 2. I think it was 5 saving
There's
throws. And
5.
I passed 2.
You passed 2.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, I failed 3. And now I'm just gonna go sit in the corner for a little while and cry and miss you.
So yeah, so Nightshade failed 1. 2. Nightshade only failed 2. Then Ykika, you. Oh no, hold on. Yeah. Ykika, you.
I failed at least 3.
You failed 1. 2. And the last one, 3. Yeah, so you failed 3. Who else is there?
I failed 3.
Rouge. So you can scroll up and count, I guess, if you want to, but Rouge failed 1, 2, 3. Yep. Alex. I don't know if Alex failed any. Did they?
Oh, I failed the one with the fire.
Oh, okay. So 1. 1. Okay. So anybody who failed 3, please roll me a d8. 3 or more, rather.
Like, one of these stupid spider puppets, I'm gonna kill you.
No. It's not a prize.
Just saying.
It's not a prize.
Do I get a
Good.
spider puppet?
Okay, so please mark down on your character sheet that you are haunted by nightmares for that many days.
Oh, that's easy.
Can I have a spider puppet?
If you win one, sure.
Oh.
There's still a bunch of minigames that you haven't done yet, so.
Like the bee.
Like the bee. I don't know if
Like
that's a
these
sure.
two.
Sure, the bee's a minigame. Sure, I'll just make it a random minigame. All right.
Bees knees.
Oh, actually, I can probably write that down somewhere that you guys are haunted for that many days. Hold on. Edit. Haunted are who was it?
Ykika.
Viriah. Vir for 1 day. Ykika for 4 days. And Rouge for 4 days as well. Okay. Save changes. Alright, done. Okay, that is the end of the mystery mine. Where would you like to go next?
Was this?
Was this?
What are
That
our
is,
choices?
if I can read, ring toss and
Toss.
Cyclops.
Something with Cyclops.
Ring toss and Cyclops mini games. So we've got the ring toss game is about tossing rings on the horn of a Almirage, which looks like this.
Bunny with horn.
Bunny with horn.
Bonnie bunny.
Horny bunny. That just sounds
No,
like
Jack
Viriah.
Light?
Just sounds like Viriah. And then the Cyclops is a Cyclops staring competition.
I'm in on both.
Okay. So you can win prizes from these, if you'd like to win prizes. You had me at minigames, indeed. Indeed, I did. All right, who wants to...
Well, you know what? I haven't refused a mini game yet. I'm not going to start
starting now. Yeah, I was going to say.
I'll give the ring toss a try.
Okay, ring toss.
I'll join.
All right. Anybody who's in for ring toss, please mark off 1 ticket. 1 ticket punch. And everybody, you walk up to the stall, and there is a tiefling standing behind the stall. She's got blue skin, like a bob kind of haircut. It's a bit wavy, black hair, nice kind of like light blue horns protruding out the top of her hairstyle, and a little bit of gold jewelry around her neck, and earrings. And she says, "Oh, you're ready to?
horns.
You ready to?"
I just have to say that.
No.
Nice horns.
She says,
I
"Thanks.
want a unicorn.
You too."
Can I get a unicorn button?
Thank you. Do you have to polish?
Every now and then. Yeah, every now and then. She's like, "So this Al Mirage is no mirage, and adorn its horn with the ring or 2 or 3 to win a prize."
Okay.
She punches your tickets and hands you each 3 rings.
What are the rules?
The rules are: throw the ring onto the horn. That's it. It's pretty simple when you think about it, but that thing, it moves pretty...
Stage, you're supposed to say no magic.
She says it moves pretty quick, so let's see what you can do.
I'm gonna rub my hands together and say, I can fix that.
She's like, well, maybe you can.
Okay. I'm going to watch the goat person go first.
Alright, who's going first? We'll do it one at a time.
I'm gonna ask her, will I get disqualified if I use magic?
She's like, oh yeah.
Well, that's one of the rules then.
The rules of no magic apply to everything in the entire carnival. I didn't have to think I would need to specify that every single game needs to be explicitly decided that there's no magic allowed.
Oh, sorry, we didn't know that.
Just pouting in her arms, crossing. Well, they should.
You know what?
Wait.
Stand aside. I've got this.
She's like, wait. Check the back of the ticket. And you look at the back of the ticket and it says, please do not use any magic while participating in any of the carnival rides.
Rouge rolls up her sleeves and she says, alright, let me show you how it's done.
Alright, Rouge. Roll me a dexterity check.
Hit before the shuffle.
Not a dexterity save. There we go.
You throw the ring, and right as you think the ring is about to land on that Al Mirage's horn, it teleports across the table. And right as it teleports, you manage to whip your head around and notice exactly where it is. So you can roll me another dexterity check. That's a save.
Yeah, I mean...
Just take like 3 off.
Yes, so you turn around...
That's exactly what it would have been!
You turn around... So you turn around as you see it teleport across the table, and you quickly toss one out. And before it gets a chance to teleport again, you hear this tingling as the ring just clashes with the horn and rolls around. You get one more. You got one more ring toss. You got your 3rd ring. And it teleports again with the ring still on it, and you hear the tingling, and as you hear that second little like jingling sound, without even looking, you just throw it, and it lands right on top of the Al Mirage again. She's like, "Wow, you're really good with rings."
Can I like see the trick to it?
No. You cannot.
The trick is probably it's teleporting.
You can roll me an Arcana check instead of a Perception check.
Okay, so it's not like a like sleight of hand.
No. It's actually like magically teleporting around the table.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
This is probably the
I got
most
this.
thing I've seen here.
I've got this.
Okay,
Ykika stands
so
up.
hold on. Before we move on to the next person, I need you to roll me 2 successful tosses. So 2 successes will give you 1 prize. But if you get 3 successes, you'll get 2 prizes. So please roll me a D8. And I will give you a lovely prize. I'm not giving you a spider, don't worry. Hey, you get another bottle of wine. You got 2. You're going to get fucking drunk.
Welcome to Alcoholics Unanimous.
Oh, Constitution.
All right. So
can I do a
Mhm.
can I do a perception or investigation to see whether I can identify any pattern to the teleportation?
Yes, please do. Roll me a perception check as you're watching Ykika do his ring toss.
All right.
I have a cunning and deviant.
Okay. All right.
And no, it's not focused on my.
So
own
you kind of notice a pattern, but every now and then the pattern shifts, and you think there's probably like maybe 3 or 4 different patterns, and you're still trying to like suss out which one might be the best one to do.
I'm going to go last. Can I? Continue my investigations.
Yes, yeah. I'll let you roll another perception after everybody kind of finishes their go. All right.
I'll whisper to the others what I've noticed.
Okay.
Now, Ykika using his years of experience as a cunning bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Not good experience, but you never know.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my ring, pretend to fire it, and when it teleports, fire it to where it really is.
Okay. Sure. Let's see if that works. Can roll your dexterity check.
But while he's doing this, because Alex told me that about their plan, can I try and help them look for a pattern in this one?
Yeah, sure. So Ykika, you think you know where it's going, and you throw your ring, but it just ting 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 hits the table.
I was close.
You were close.
I'm gonna get it this time. Same trick.
Same trick.
I'm not smart enough to change tricks half over mid-stream.
You unleash your second ring, and again it just misses by just a centimeter or 2. Just ting 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 ting. It's the,
well, you know what they say.
It's the table.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. If you fail, then
give up.
I don't know.
Give up.
Yeah.
So you throw.
I was gonna say punch the damn rabbit and then put it on.
You throw your third one, and it hits the horn and bounces off and lands on the table. And she's like, "Oh, that was
I got it on the horn.
close.
I got it on the horn."
Well, it's not on. That was close. I'll give you that. It was pretty close. You did reasonably well, but unfortunately, you didn't get any rings on. So I'm sorry. Next, who's gonna be next up?
My turn after the observation.
Ykika's looking a little angry at that.
Can't win them all. All right.
Try looking around to see if there's security at this dam.
Sorry.
Nightshade? Is Nightshade going?
Viriah wanted to go, but
Viriah?
I don't mind either way. As
Sorry,
long as I'm
Viriah.
helping out. I was helping look at the pattern for Alex on that one, so I'll go with the one after Nightshade.
Okay, Nightshade, you go next. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Nightshade.
Concentrating very hard.
Concentrating very, very hard.
Just dex checks.
Yep, just dex checks. You get 3 of them.
Let's go.
Oh, so your first ring, you toss it out, and very lucky guess, just it hits the edge of the horn and just whirls around it, and as it's whirling around, the Almiraj teleports, and the ring gets faster and whirls around even faster, and then you see the Carney hand just kind of comes over and just taps the ring to stop it, and she's like, "Well, that's perfect onto me." All right, well, you've still got 2 more rings. Go for it.
Let's do it. Ooh.
You toss the next one out, and it bounces off the horn, just like Ykika's did. And she's like, "Oh, wow, that was so close, so close." All right, one more. Come on, you've got this. I know you've got this. You can do it.
Let's go.
And as you're sitting there and you're kind of watching it, and you watch it teleport 2, 3, 4, there, and you throw it out, and it lands right on top of the Almirage, just perfectly swish over the top of it. And you see the Carney hand just like is like intently watching, and as soon as it lands, she's like, "Yes, awesome, you got it!" And she starts clapping, and she's like, "All right, here you go." And I need you to roll me a d8.
I'm gonna do a mid-air backflip.
Yeah, hell yes. I need you to roll me a d100, please. 24. All right, you have a it's kind of a morbid one. You have a sprite skull covered in ink fingerprints.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
She's like, yeah, sorry. Prizes are a bit random sometimes. You never know. Could come in handy for something.
Sure.
Yeah. She just kind of like laughs to herself, like, fucking hell.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So, Viriah, Alex, can you roll me a perception check with advantage, please?
All right.
Okay, so you are starting to notice the patterns a little bit better, and you can probably better guess where to toss at least your first ring, judging by the teleportation. But you've noticed that after each ring is tossed, the pattern changes.
Enough.
So the first ring you might be able to get advantage on the roll, but after that, the second and third one, it might be a little bit more difficult to determine which pattern it is without sitting there for like 20 minutes and just not doing anything. So Viriah, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Step up.
No.
And the tiefling lady looks as your ring flies out, and
Viriah's been doing it, like they've stated that they've been doing it with me for this entire time. Are they getting the advantage as well by any chance?
Not on the first roll. We'll give it on the last one.
Alright.
Viriah has not spent as much time watching and studying the patterns as you had been. You'd been watching from the start, kind of figured out a few more. So your second roll.
I do have a second trick up my sleeve.
Okay.
Right before I throw it, you know that thing rabbits do when they're pissed off at each other, where they thump their foot on the ground really hard? Make that sound. I'm gonna do that right before I throw it to try and make it be like, oh shit, and stop for a second.
Okay.
Probably not gonna help, but I'm doing it.
You, as you do it, you see the Almirage kind of like knock off kilter for a second, and as it does, it teleports, and your ring catches around the top of it for a second, but it's tilted, and the ring kind of like hoops around and then flies off. Like it does that thing where a basketball like goes around the rim and you're like, oh, it's going in, and then it just rolls out. And on your last one, you're like, oh wait, I think I found the pattern. I think I figured it out. I know what's next. And you got advantage, and you managed to get one of the hoops on. And she says, I'm sorry, so close, but you need 2 hoops for a prize. Better luck next time. And she looks over towards Alex, and she's like...
Or you said that 1 or 2 hoops would give 1.
No, 2 gives 1 prize, and 3 gives 2 prizes. She looks over towards Alex, and she says, you've been watching, haven't you?
Not outside the rules.
Nope. No, it's not. Well, good luck.
So first dexterity.
Yep. So you fling it and it lands on the horn like almost immediately.
Nice.
And she's like, "Wow, all right, that's good. You're good. I'll give you that. All right. Okay, now roll me a perception check to see if you can notice what the next pattern is." Okay, so you're having a hard time figuring out the pattern, so you don't have advantage on the second roll.
All right.
But you guess pretty relatively to the other patterns that you studied. You're like, you know what? I think it's going to be over here. And you fling it, and it just like clink, 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 clink. You just hear it ring around the horn, and you're like, yes! And you see the carnival hand just go like, holy crap! That was a really good throw. and then roll me another perception check to see if you can notice the pattern on the third and final one. Yeah, so you managed to notice the pattern, so you've got advantage on this last roll as well. So again, you just fling it out, and it hoops around the horn, and she's like, I can't believe you got all three on. That's absolutely amazing. She's like, I think you figured this trick out.
That just requires a bit of patience.
So roll me roll me 2d8, and you'll get 2 prizes because you got all 3 on.
Okie dokie. D8. D8.
All right, so you got a bottle of wine. You got a lovely bottle of Witchlight wine. And you also get another. Did you already get a spider toy?
No.
Okay, well you have a cuddly toy spider now as well.
Oh yay!
I'm gonna pull my spider out of my pocket and be like, "Look, we're spider buddies."
Yeah, go to show.
Yay! We're spider buddies.
All three of us
Everyone
standing
gets to be
like
spider
perfectly
buddies.
around Rouge. She's like, "Spider buddies."
No, I choose life.
Same, to be honest. I have 6 hit points and a will to live.
Yep. Probably a good idea. Alright guys, we got enough time I think for one more event. Where do you guys want to go? The Pixie Kingdom? Or Bubble Pop?
Do we want to do one of the big ones?
Or Carousel? Or there are another couple of stalls around. There's still the staring Cyclops staring competition if you want to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. Alright. So, you guys wander on over and you see a bugbear behind the counter. He says, "Ah, you think you can outstare the Cyclops, do you?"
You're not a Cyclops.
He's like, "Oh no, not me!" And he points to a small statue. Points to a small statue that, when you look at it, it comes to life and it waves at you.
What?
Wave back.
And it just says, "Hi there.
Hi.
Let's do a contest with the statue.
I'm number 1, the Cyclops."
I'm Ykika Mukau, the Minotaur.
"Nice to meet you, Ykika."
Should we have a staring competition?
He the bugbear says, "Yeah, the Cyclops isn't real. It's an illusion. But don't worry, it blinks for sure." And you look over, and as you look over at it, it blinks a couple times, and it's like, "Oh yeah, my eye gets dry rather quickly." He says, "I mean, I never blink." And then he blinks a couple times.
I'm gonna let the guy stamp my ticket. Confused.
Yes, he says, "So what do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back at it, if you've got the stamina."
This seems
I have the bloody stamina. Okay. Is this a one at a time thing, or do we all go at once?
You can all go at the same time, I guess. Well, I mean, sort of. Yeah, you can all go at the same time to see how long you all last. It'll be fine. You can all do it at the same time, yeah. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so anybody who is going in, I need you to punch a ticket, and I need you to roll me a Constitution... That says Constitution check, not saving throw. So I guess it's just a con check.
Now, my extra 2 points.
For fuck's sake.
Oh!
Alright.
I have a much better constitution than these losers. No offense.
You do. You have a way better con. But unfortunately, as you're staring at this, as you're staring at the Cyclops, a breeze blows past, and it just kind of catches your eye, and you kind of like instinctually blink, and you're like, ah, fuck. and Alex,
That's not like you go.
Alex, you're staring intently into this Cyclops eye, and you see the Cyclops eye close a little, and it stresses itself back open again, like it's trying not to blink, and you're holding your eyes as much as you possibly can, and you can't help it. Your eyes start to dry out, and as soon as you blink, almost immediately after, the Cyclops blinks. And then Rouge and Viriah, you're both standing there like, oh, it blinked, we won, it blinked. So Rouge and Viriah, can you both roll me d8s, please, for your lovely prizes? Watch Rouge get another bottle of wine.
That was so close to being another spider.
It was. It's a 6 instead of 7. So you've got another application of face paint, I think.
Hell yeah. It's actually really useful.
It is pretty cool. Alright, Rouge, roll me a d8 and we'll see if you get a another bottle of wine.
Dreading the 7.
I debate the usefulness of that face paint.
I mean, for you it doesn't do shit because you can just change yourself at will. Rouge,
You could apply it to
are
someone
you
else.
there? Did you fall asleep within the 3 seconds of pressing your constitution check?
Grandma, no.
Sorry.
That's okay. Roll me a d8 before you fall asleep.
I'm zoned out.
That's okay. Hey, you got a glove puppet.
Glove puppet buddies.
Glove
That
puppet
was a
buddies.
spider, wasn't it?
No, you rolled an 8. 8's the glove puppet. 7's the spider.
Spider glove puppet.
You got a wizardy glove puppet that you can use to cast the minor illusion cantrip. But after you cast the
Can I
minor
use
illusion
my
3 times, he disappears into a puff of
After
smoke.
Can I
Cast
use
it.
Can I use the minor illusion to make it look like a horny bunny?
You sure can.
That's
After
what
you
I'm gonna
cast it 3 times, the puppet turns to like a puff of smoke,
puff of
and
smoke.
Viriah gets
And-
depression.
It disappears. The minor illusion...
I'm gonna make it look like a horny bunny.
Okay, you make it look like a horny bunny. It lasts a minute.
Stop! You're killing him!
No, he's living his full life as a horny bunny.
Not the bunny, you're killing the puppet.
Yes.
I mean, the powerful wizard.
Yes, the powerful wizard that is infused into your puppetry. Alright, guys. So what do you want to do? It's a little bit late for some of you. Do you want to call it there?
It's like midnight, so maybe calling it.
Yep. Alright, that sounds pretty good, guys. That was fun stuff. You guys spent a couple of hours at
We're
the
gonna be
carnival,
here.
wandering around, doing snail races and all that sort of stuff. You've got a couple of hours left before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch ceremony. So you can still sneak in the carousel, the Pixie Kingdom, the Bubble Pot Teapot, and maybe one or two other little games, depending on what they end up being, before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, and the possible theft of Mr. Witch's pocket watch plan that needs to be somewhat sorted out.
I'm letting everyone 3 weeks in advance because it's going to take us that long to finish this, but I can't leave without seeing what that bee is.
I don't know what that bee is. Like, I don't know. Like, it could just be a food store. Like, I think it might just be a food store.
I'll never know until I do.
Or it could be...
That's our real quest. Let's not worry
Yeah.
about that one.
There's actually only like one more mini game that you guys haven't done yet. And that's Catch the Dragon by the Tail.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
to do that now.
You can't not do it.
Can't not do
But
it.
now we need to know what the bee is.
I don't know. It's a bee. I don't know. Like, it doesn't have anything like that resembles a bee. It just there's blue frosted cupcakes. There's candied apples. There's a Euphoria cookie. There's evening berry wine. Maybe that's what it is. There's Fairy Bell nectar. So that's probably what it is. It's Fairy Bell nectar. That's what they sell there.
Maybe.
There's pixie tarts. There's sugar glazed button mushrooms, and there's tree sap. All right. Okay, guys, that was pretty damn cool. Lots of fun. Lots of interesting little mini game stuff. Everybody say bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
See ya. See you next week.
Hi, stream. Bye, stream. We all scream for ice stream.
Yay.